Hi everyone and welcome to my channel where I help you improve your English and your communication skills. So friends, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to propose a vote of thanks or give a vote of thanks speech. Now, what exactly is a vote of thanks? Well, let's assume that you're having a seminar in your office and you have invited a number of speakers from within the organization and also from outside to speak on that particular topic. It's a very formal event and a lot of people have been invited. And towards the end, you are invited to give a vote of thanks. Now, the objective of the vote of thanks is to thank everybody, thank all the speakers who have come from outside or from within, and also to let the audience know that the seminar or the business meeting has ended here and they can now proceed, they can now go back home or go for lunch or snacks or whatever the agenda is, right? Now, a vote of thanks cannot be like any other speech, right? There's a certain criteria, there are certain things you need to follow because you need to understand that the audience has been listening to a number of speakers. They are tired. They have consumed a lot of information and they are not prepared to listen to any other speaker, right? They want to now rush to the lunch table or, go back home. It's already late. Hence, a vote of thanks needs to follow a certain criteria, right? And what is that criteria? I'm going to talk about 8 points here. Point number 1 is keep it short. Now, as I told you that the audience is tired, they don't want to listen to another 10 to 15 minutes of another speaker speaking for about 10 to 15 minutes. So your vote of thanks has got to be short. 3 to 4 minutes, definitely not more than 5 minutes, right? Because as I told you, the audience is now looking forward to that lunch table or they want to now go home. So first thing is that you have to keep it short, maybe about 3 to 4 minutes, right? So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is make a clear list of the people you want to thank. Have their names ready, right? So if there is a person in the list of speakers who has a difficult name, which is difficult to pronounce, well, you need to practice and get the pronunciation correct. Maybe even go and ask that person that what is the correct pronunciation. I do that all the time. On an online call, in a Zoom call or a Google Meet call, I pronounced the person's name and I asked, hey, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So number 2 is that you need to have a list of the people you want to thank. And if you are struggling with the pronunciation of a particular person, you need to get it correct by asking the organizers or by asking the person. It's perfectly all right. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 is create a hook. Now you might be wondering, oh my God, another hook. Am I referring to any marketing funnel? No, I'm not. When I say create a hook means, again, I will go back to the first point where I say that the audience is now tired. They are looking forward for the lunch break or they want to go home. By creating a hook, let me give you an example. You could say that, once I complete what I have to say, please be seated because we are going to announce the winners of the lucky draw. Now the audience is going to look forward to it, right? Or you can say that, once I have completed, please stay in your seats because we are going to play the national anthem. Now, out of respect for the national anthem, the people will be seated. So in a way, create different hooks where the audience now looks forward to be seated and not rush out of the venue. So this is what I mean by creating a hook. So that's point number 3, create a hook. Point number 4 is use different adjectives to thank the speakers. What do I mean by that? Well, you could say that, sir, your speech was really thought-provoking. Or ma'am, your speech really made us think, right? Or you could say, thank you for giving us that perspective. So use different adjectives to thank the speakers. Don't use the same adjective to thank everybody, right? So that's point number 4. Point number 5 is use different methods to say thank you. What do I mean by that? And here are some examples. You could say, sir, thank you so much for your time today. Or you could say, we would like to express our gratitude for your presence. Or you could say, thank you for taking out time off your busy schedule. We are really grateful. Okay. So use different methods of saying thank you. Don't use the same monotonous tone of saying thank you to everyone, right? In that 3 or 4 minutes, you could add a little flavor and use different methods of saying thank you. So that's point number 5. Point number 6 is make eye contact. Now, what really happens is that in the most common setting is that you are giving the vote of thanks on the side and the speakers are sitting on your right hand side or your left hand side. Now, when you are giving a vote of thanks, make eye contact with them. Look at them for a fleeting second. Look at them for about 1 or 2 seconds and then come back to your original position. Don't thank a particular person by looking where he's sitting on the side and you're looking ahead. So make eye contact with that particular person for about 2 to 3 seconds and then turn back to whatever you have to say, right? So that's point number 6, make eye contact. Point number 7 is wait for the applause to end. Let's say you thank a particular person, you have used a particular adjective, that's thank you so much, your speech was really inspiring, and the audience really claps because it was really, really thought-provoking or inspiring, and the audience starts clapping. Now you have to wait for the applause to end before you start again, right? So wait for that applause to end. And finally, point number 8, be specific and genuine and sound natural. Now, don't read your vote of thanks out of a piece of paper, blah, 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 rah, 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 right? I mean, don't make it sound monotonous. Make it sound genuine, right? Try to speak without a piece of, try to look at the audience, try to look at the speakers and move your, like your body language, that you are genuinely thanking them for coming to that particular venue, right? If you really have to use a piece of paper, well, then practice your vote of thanks, okay? If you can't say such a long thing impromptu, and that's perfectly all right. Not everybody can do that. But if you really have to read from a piece of paper, make it sound natural. I mean, lower your pitch whenever required, take it higher whenever required, but make it sound natural. Don't make it sound monotonous as if you're reading out of a particular script. So friends, these are the 8 things which you should remember in a vote of thanks. I'm going to put this list in the description below. And do tell me what you think of this particular video. And in a way, if this video has added value to your communication skills, please do give me a like. Please do share with your friends and family, and thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you in the next one.